So Burning Man Group asked me many years ago, would I please help them be their green environmental champion the year that they were going to have the green Burning Man. And I have an uneasy relationship with Burning Man because I own a lot of tools and have a lot of machines. Every Burning Man year, all the burners come to my office, they ruin my tools, and then they return them with corrosive dust. So I roughly hate Burning Man for that reason. Burning Man, it's an interesting thing. About 3 days before they sent me this email, I went to a monster truck rally at Oakland Coliseum with my 4-year-old son, and it was amazing, right? And it was very easy to say, to write a very angry email back to Burning Man that, like, what you are doing is possibly the worst environmental thing you could do. You're encouraging 80,000 people to travel huge distances, to sit in the sun, use a whole lot of disposable stuff, right? It's an environmental nightmare. And I actually built a very strong argument that the monster truck rally prevented a lot of people from driving monster trucks all the time because they all got there, they had their fix, and that monster truck rallies are way better than Burning Man. Which, all right, I don't want to offend, I think I might have offended everyone in the audience with this. The point is, and again, I'm going to, I had a very long friendship with David Mackay about energy, and we would go into the minutiae in the weeds, and we would take turns at getting horribly depressed that we weren't making any progress in a substantive sense towards solving climate change. And the depressing, in one of my bouts of depression, I sent him something, some question like you've asked, or some data around a question like that, and he said, look, what you have to understand is all human activity is folly, right? There's nothing more or less noble about Burning Man than a monster truck rally, than your farmer's market habit. Then my wife's, she really insists on having the New York Times in print on Sunday, despite me pointing at the newsprint up here and saying, see, we should read it online. What a horrible and mean existence it would be for humanity if we didn't allow folly, right? And so I think in the environmentalist movement is appropriately and deeply criticized for presenting it's been called the hair shirt future, right? We'll all become hippies, we'll wear the hair shirts, and it's not. We're going to eat 10,000 cheeseburgers. Right, no, in the future we're going to eat 10,000 cheeseburgers produced by solar power, or another friend of mine, Tim Anderson, if you know him, you're lucky. He might even be here, I'm not sure. He's a spectacular human being. I was discussing this with him, and I said, Tim, we need a positive narrative for the future, that people, because I think the environmental movement is devoid of positive narratives like we've solved climate change and life is good. About an hour later, he writes me an email. He says, in the future, we will bow hunt monk-raised bison from electric SUVs on Thursdays. And as with, he's either the craziest person you know or the smartest person you know, and everyone who knows Tim knows that. It's kind of sage advice. It's like if you unpack the statement, you're still going to have activities that are super fun and adventurous and wild, like the bow hunting. You're going to have stewardship of the environment represented by the monk-raised bison, right? You're going to have fully electrified vehicle fleet, the electric SUV that we're driving around. You only do it on Thursdays, so you do it within reason. I don't know, I've lost okay, all the hands shoot up, you're wrong.